Hey guys, it's Zero, and I am here to go over some shit for the newest member of the team. I'm not the biggest fan of the name in the world because that's just not my thing. But we are now looking at SupaKawaii, as his full name is. It gets cut off a bit, but yeah, Supa. I really need to come up with a nickname for this guy. Just to shorten shit. But yeah, he came in, I recruited him recently, and he decided he wanted to go for some UU, just to change things up a bit. Of course, you know, this was right before we found out that, what's his name, got bumped back down to UU, Zygarde. So it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be all over that shit. He said, you know what, I'm gonna go for some UU, just to get some variety going here. And you know what? Cool. I got no problems with it. I'm questioning using a melodic like a sway. But oh man. This shaman, dude. This shaman is just like all over everything so far. Okay, not a particularly hot start here for SupaKawaii. But oh, Destiny bonded it up, and that Snorlax out of the way. Yeah, he really likes that Froslass from what I've seen. I remember, like, Draco Miss. Those are just unfortunate. Yeah, I remember he had, like, somebody told him that, that suicide leads never work or something, and he was just like, oh yeah, watch this. Pulled out this Froslass, and I think he's been using it ever since. So, let's see what to do here. Trevenant getting some leech. I'll tell you what, one thing that Showdown actually threw me off for a lot was how small Trevenant actually is. Like, I actually saw the thing in X and Y for the first time. I'm like, jeez, this thing is a midget. But let's see, what did okay, Super didn't call that one. Jeez. Okay, is that Scarf Noivern or something? Because I'm pretty sure that should have killed. But it didn't. I'm sure he's not complaining. I'm certainly not complaining. Ha! Shaman, there you go. There's some equalization. But what exactly... What are you gonna do to this thing? My good sir... You're pretty much just gonna be my good sir until I come up with something else. Shadow Claw, that turns out beneficial here. And double... Ooh. Okay, if he did that on purpose, well, he just owned your ass. Or, you know, that works too. Okay, so, Shaman back in. Not exactly sure what's going on. I'm also not exactly sure why I'm not seeing any ice beams. Typically, Starmies will have ice beams. But, no, not today. Is what it is. Shaman not quite dying. And I'm expecting a rest here because Shamans tend to do... No! Alright, this battle is just totally throwing me for a loop. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what I'm gonna get. All I know is that this Trevenant is dead, and it is down to 2-on-1 with the Donphan, and it looks like Donphan has got the situation under control, courtesy of Ice Shard. There we go. Nice save. Very, very nice save. I will say that one. Supa, if anybody's interested in a little bit of background, Supa went to both high school and college the same place as me. So I am very familiar with this guy. We've had actually a few battles previous, and I think the last Sid Zero tournament was the first time that he actually, like, beat me out of a round. And he hates my Suicune. What is this guy doing? Really, what is this guy doing? I'm honestly just trying to figure it out. But, okay. Oh, wait a minute. I remember this one. I remember this one. This is the guy that did... Yep. Yeah, this guy was like announcing everything he was doing. I'm gonna pause this one a couple times as we go here, just to like read out the chat, because the guy's like Destiny Bond doesn't work with Toxic, and Supa's just like, okay, I know, I thought you would attack, it's fine, and he's like, I'm not gonna attack, and Supa's like, okay, she still did her job, and it's like, until the rapid spin, and it's like, he's just, yeah, I mean, have a spin blocker, and your Virizion is still dead, so, I don't know. The dude's like, yeah, but I have other Pokemon. It's like, yeah, no kidding. I mean, with Suicide Lead, he wanted to take out at least one, and he did, so there you go. And you guys see what I mean? These freaking Porygons. These things are nightmares. I'm not a fan. But this guy was saying he's beat whole teams with just Porygon, and I'm not surprised because Porygon is a freaking nightmare, particularly in UU. I really have mixed opinions on whether this guy should be in UU or not. But okay, wait a minute. Right here, the guy says in the chat, time for that rapid spin. Really, dude? I mean, first off, not like it's obvious or anything. Second off, seriously, you're gonna, like, call out your moves. In what dimension is that a good idea? Oh, by the way, I'm gonna tell my opponent exactly what I'm about to do. And it's somehow going to benefit me. Okay, that's a thing. We're going with it. We are going with it. And Trevenant really can't do much to this Porygon. The upside being Porygon can't really do much to it either. So just Wispin again, and I guess he was well, he doesn't really matter. Now for your Toxic, as he uses Toxic. Dude, do you want a Neon Sign? Like, seriously. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna just gonna let it happen. We're just gonna let it happen. And, you know, back over to Trevenant, because obvious Rapid Spin is obvious. So, where's he going? He's going to Shandy. Shadow Claw. Ooh, nice hit. Good call. So, yeah, I just... The dude, wait. Did he actually do... Oh. One time he actually did something. He says, I'm faster, so I should be able to Fire Blast. Goes for Paint Split. Lol, it worked, you fell for it. And he's just like, I mean, it really didn't mean anything. I would have left him in regardless. Or wouldn't have, rather. So, Porygon, again, against Trevenant, and... God, this thing's a pain in the ass. Over to Starmie, and I don't know why he went over to Starmie, but he went over to Starmie. The Super went over to Starmie. Kind of like, yeah, no. I'm just going to let that one be. So, surfing away. This is... God, this Porygon. This Porygon is giving me a headache, and I'm not even in the battle. So, how do, Supa, how do? It's been a while since I've screened these, so I actually don't remember what he does here. Back over to Shandy. And is that a skull? Hey, but a lot of coming through. And, gee, I wonder, did he just do that? And then the freaking Claydol, after all that, the Claydol doesn't Rapid Spin. Dude, I don't know if Super just called that or if he got really lucky, but dude, come on now, get your shit together. That Toxic is going to rack up on Trevenant pretty quick here. Trying to build up some residual on the Claydol, not exactly working too well. There's that Citrus Berry helping out. So, good thing for that Toxic. Will-O-Wisp is, geez, Will-O-Wisp is just not allowed to help. And Again, dude, you're not getting that rapid spin. It is so obvious by now. Just give up on it already. The only thing left that's really going to be a pain is SupaKawaii just goes, now for my rapid spin. I think he's just being that guy at that point. But, yeah, because at this point it didn't really matter. So, it's still Porygon versus the world. Come on. Come on, Super, you got this. Get rid of this dang thing already. I'm sorry, I was like focusing on the chat there for a second. It wasn't really anything worthy enough to read, but finally Porygon down. And that still is a threat. Aerodactyl is still nothing to mess with. Mach Punch gonna do a little bit. I think he's probably gonna Ice Shard here. Dactyl's still not giving a crap, but Donphan is... Now you have to deal with this. It'll be okay. It just kills it. And the dude's like, why do you have that to Ice Shard? It's like, who doesn't have Ice Shard on Don? I was going through that battle. I remember screening that one. I'm gonna rant about that one a little bit as we're starting the next one. But I remember starting that, and I was just the whole time going, dude, like, do you want a freaking neon sign or something? I mean, seriously here. I'm seriously thinking it might be better, it might be easier for you. Just get the damn neon sign. Come on, man, indeed. Donphan, dealing with that easily. Gyroball Donphan. Don't see that very often. But no big deal. Ooh, agility. Agility Z, and oh, that burn hurts. Porygon Z with agility. That thing is scary. Protecting Zam, okay, don't see that very often. What? Huh? Okay, I am confused. I am really confused. Oh, crit. Didn't matter. Melodic just slaving it back up. What the hell? Protect toxic... that makes more sense. Okay. I'm okay with that now. Now that I understand its function, I get it, and that is fine. Excuse me as I'm adjusting a little bit here. So, that's actually kind of cool now that I see what it is. Effective? Not necessarily. It's still cool. That's the thing, though. You don't necessarily need to be effective to be cool. And Benjamin Braun, I feel like I should get a reference there, and I don't. Oh no. Whatever will Supa do? He's definitely not gonna burn the thing or anything. So that thing's basically useless, particularly with Melodic, and that Toxic Orb, should he decide to not just rest up again, that Toxic Orb will actually end up playing a little bit of a part in its ability to keep its defense up. And you know, in the last video I was recording real time, I was just busting on somebody a little bit for not remembering about the sleep talk thing, and apparently Supa is guilty of it as well. But all good in the hood as Cloyster is out of the way. I don't get it. I don't need to get it though, so it's okay. Oh no, the contrary Shell Smash. You know what? Honestly, I prefer Acupressure myself, but contrary Shell Smash has its purposes. That being said, this thing definitely is not the most effective Pokemon in the world. I can see it for Yu. Definitely not the higher ranks, at least this set anymore. There was a day when this thing, for those that don't know too well, there was a day when this thing was so feared. At least in the lower end. Like, contrary Shell Smash, Shuckle, if nothing else, just in the Sid Zero group. Like, This thing was just a royal pain in the neck. Actually, I think Flo was the first one in the group to use this. Yeah, see, this is why this thing's a pain. Because this thing is just a nightmarish level toxic stall. So, over to Starmie, and let's see. Let's see how do. How is Surf gonna do? Yeah, no. Not happening. I remember telling Flo that that set was not gonna work. I remember when Flo ended up showing me it working. And I was just like, well, shit. Well, my bad. So many times that has happened with Flo, where I have told him something's not gonna work, and then it ends up working. And I don't know why he didn't arrest. Okay, you kinda had him. I don't think anything would have been able to take care of, what's it called there? And the guy said he miscalculated, so, you know what, no big deal, all things considered. But, it's a little bit of a bizarre team, I'll give Come On Man that. Kinda cool, but still pretty bizarre. And yeah, go ahead, just Shadow Claw away, it doesn't really matter at this point. The stall is pretty well useless. I hate when people do this, and again, really not the biggest deal in the world. It's just one of those little things that pisses me off, is when people stall like that. Like, dude, come on, you're dead, just die. Stop dragging it out. I mean, it's only 38 turns. It's really not that big of a deal, but either way. One left, and I really forget what goes on here, so y'all are gonna be just as lost and confused and dazed as I am. So, did Supa do it? I think he did. No, he didn't do the thing. He did not do. Oh, okay. Alright, so you don't just bullet punch the thing again and kill it. Huh. Maybe he wanted more spikes? For whatever reason. Excuse if you hear dog toys in the background. Somebody just came in and is squeaking a dog toy downstairs. Neuverns. Tell you what, Flo, just... Okay, the thing's not choice, at least. As frail as those things may be, Flo just pretty much lost a tournament round almost exclusively to a Neuvern. I'll tell you what, those things are easy to underestimate. They're also easy to overestimate, I will say that. It's... oh, crits. It's definitely easy to think that those things are worth more than they actually are. And you know what, I'm gonna bust on Supa about the gyro ball a little bit, because I really haven't seen it doing him too much good. This is a rather bizarre Don fan, I will say that. But, you know, no big deal, just Earthquake away. Do some damage, do the thing, win the points. And, That's all I got right now is, Why with the ice shard there? You could've got another earthquake. What are you doing? Okay, so not exactly going Supa's way so far. No big deal. No big deal. Got it under control still. So Alakazam, charge beam and ooh. Okay, for a charge beam, that was brutal. Crit did not matter. Dang. Anyway, Blastoise in, Inside Shocked, Dragon Pulse. Forgive me if I'm being a little generic, because I don't remember most of these, and I'm kind of like trying to figure out what's going on here, just, you know, right along with you guys. So, Melodic pretty much got this under control, if I'm thinking right, because I think it can do a pretty consistent get all the way down just to the health needed to rest back up, and then rest again. Bada bing, full health. Oh man, I just Eternal okay, there we go. There's the game changer. So Scalding and hoping for burns and not getting burns, and is it gonna kill? That's the question. Will it kill? It will not kill, and no burn either to help out. So, no big deal. Donphan in here, able to make quick work of that. And Deancy's. Deancy's, I don't know if this is going to be a case of an annoying Deancy or a pushover Deancy. They're really, I don't see very much in the middle. It's all, ooh, Infernape, living that, and I think that's going to decide it. Yep, oof, man. Okay, that one came down to the wire. That was a lot more intense of a battle than I expected it to be. So yeah, that's our first round out of SupaKawaii, so welcome to the family, my good sir. Glad to have you aboard. Hope you all enjoyed the replays here and my, generic commentating. Anyway, that's a wrap for this. I'm Zero. Thanks on behalf of myself and SupaKawaii for checking out the channel, watching this video, all that happy crap. We are on Pokemon Showdown. We will see you guys later.